The infamous story where Moses loses the opportunity to lead the Jewish people from out of the wilderness into the land of Israel is recorded in this week's Torah reading, Parsha Chuka, which is found in the 20th chapter of the book of Numbers. The question is, what could Moses, servant of God, the greatest prophet who ever lived, and a very, very humble man, what mistake would he do, could he have done, that would be so significant that he would lose this great opportunity, the opportunity to lead the Jewish people into the land of Israel? And what relevance is his mistake for us today? Well, the story basically goes that for the 40 years the Jewish people were wandering in the desert, there was a well that the Jewish people drank from. Near the end of their tenure in the desert, that well dried up. And they became very nervous and very upset. They complained to God, they complained to Moses. Moses went to God and said, what do we do? God says, gather the Jewish people together at a particular rock. Speak to the rock, and the rock will bring forth water, and the Jewish people will drink, and they will give to their animals to drink as well. Well, Moses gathers the Jewish people together, raises his stick high and says, oh, rebels, will I not bring forth water from this rock? Hits the rock 2 times, water gushes forth from the rock. Well, I will tell you, if I was there, I would be very impressed. A man speaking to a rock, bring forth water from a rock, very impressive, to me anyway. The Jewish people, they drank, they probably were impressed, but God was not impressed. As a matter of fact, God rebuked Moses, and he said, Moses, you did not believe in me enough in order to sanctify my name, and therefore you will not lead the Jewish people into the land of Israel. So, what exactly was Moses' mistake? There is a plethora of discussion on his mistake and its relevance for us today. But one idea that the rabbis discuss is that Moses lost his cool. He became angry in a similar way that a parent would get angry at his children. When a child would be nervous and concerned and worried about the future, a parent would say, wait a second, I've taken care of you your whole life. Of course I'm going to take care of you in the future. Don't be worried. Don't be upset. God was saying to Moses, Moses, in this case, don't be upset that the Jewish people are worried and concerned. See, Moses was saying, hey Jews, God's taken care of you since you were born, every day for the last 40 years. Just because things are getting tough now, you're worried? Don't be worried. And God says, no, no, no. Moses, never, ever get angry. See, every parent knows and every spouse knows that there are times when we do get angry at our children or spouses, but it never turns out well. We never win by getting angry. And God wanted to communicate that same message to Moses and to us. See, think about it for a moment. What is anger? Anger is the emotion that rises to the surface when we think that our lives should be going this way and really our lives are going that way. And we feel that we're in control and we're upset that things aren't going the way we want them to go. Well, if a person knows that God runs the world and that we don't run the world, then they don't get angry when things don't pan out the way they think they should, because they don't run the world. They stop and they say they might get a little disappointed, they might get a little upset, but they understand that God is responding, God is creating the best possible situation vis-a-vis their free will decisions. So if things aren't going the way they want it to go, then they say, I have to make better free will decisions, and then that will allow the Almighty to create more blessing in my life. But they don't get angry. Now there might be times where it's appropriate to get angry at our children or at our spouses, but the rabbis explain that requires a tremendous amount of wisdom to figure out when that is. And most of us aren't wise enough to know when the right thing to do is to get angry. So therefore, we are best served by always remembering that God runs the world and erring on the side, so to speak, of never losing our cool and never getting angry.